So we're going to start off with some arm openings. So take your arms out in front of you. Your feet should be hip width apart, nice and relaxed, knees slightly bent. And we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, twist to one side, opening up that chest. And then inhale back in. Exhale, rotate to one side, following it with your gaze, and then inhale back in. Good, your shoulders should be down nice and relaxed. And again, exhale, inhale back in, exhale, inhale back in. Good. Now I'm going to take our arms to our side now. I'm going to do some twists to the side. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lean to one side as far as you can go, and then inhale back in. Exhale to the other side. I'm going to try and keep your pelvis looking forward. You don't want to twist from here. So keeping everything straight, just moving those arms. And again, inhale back to the center. Exhale, lean to one side. Making sure these fingers are pointed nice and straight to either side. Good, and then exhale to the side. Inhale back up. You can lower your arms. Now we're going to come into some leg work. So we'll start off with just bending one knee and lifting the heel up. So lifting the leg up and then switching to the other side. So this one we're just trying to warm up these feet. So exhale to lift, inhale, lower down. Good. So you're going to come up on your toes, switch to one side and then the other. With this one, I'm going to try and make sure your ankles are going up and down, not going out to the side. So exhale, lift up, inhale, lower down. Not here for too long, just trying to warm up those legs. And then come back down. From here again, feet are still hip width apart. We're going to bring both of our heels up and then lower down. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift your heels, inhale back down. And again, lift and down. Exhale to lift up, inhale back down. And again, you want to try and keep your ankles from, I'm going to try and stop them from rolling out. You want to keep them going up and down. Good. One more, exhale, lift up, inhale back down. So we'll come into some lunges from here. So you can either face forward or turn to the side. So we'll start our feet hip width apart, tummy slightly on, and you want to make sure your hip bones are facing forward the whole time. So we're going to exhale to lift one leg and place it backwards, and then we're going to bend both of our knees down, bending down, lift up, and then bring them together. And again, bending, lift up, and together. We're going to try and keep that back leg, that heel up from the ground. And again, bending down, then feet together, down, up, together, down, up, together. Good. We'll come to the side of our mat now, and we'll do some roll downs. So feet hip width apart, tummy on, and we're going to slowly start with bringing our chin to our chest, and then exhaling, rolling all the way down. Your upper body should be heavy, knees nice and straight, and going down as far as you can. Inhale at the bottom and exhale to lift back up. And again, inhale to prepare, exhale, chin to chest, lowering down. Going down all the way. upper body should be heavy in this position. You can let your head down to relax, and then coming back up. Your chin and your chest should be the last thing to lift up. And again, inhale to prepare, exhale, roll down. Tummy on in this position as well. Lifting up. One more time. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Breath at the bottom here. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs. And then we're going to take our hands and walk them forward to our inverted V position. So your bottom should be nice and high, legs straight, pressing the weight through your hands and bringing your chest towards your thighs. Inhale here, we're going to come into some walking. So inhale to lift up on your toes, exhale to bend one knee and straighten the other heel down, and then switching. Exhale, lower. Inhale up on your toes, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Same as before, you want to try and make sure your ankles are not falling to either side. Exhale, lower. Inhale up on your toes, exhale, lower. Inhale up, exhale. Good. And then trying to bring your heels as far down to the mat as you can. Hold here for 2 breaths. Then we're going to lower down to the mat. Bringing your knees down. Okay, from here we're now going to go into some fire hydrants. So your knees are stacked underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders, tummy slightly on towards your spine. Now we're going to exhale, lifting one leg out to the side, and inhale back in. You're going to try and not move your hips too much with this movement. And try not to rotate them up so that your hip bones are facing the floor the whole time. You don't want to rotate too much. So just lifting your leg as high as you can and lowering down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Not here for too long. Now we're going to do some little pulses, 5 to each side. So we're going to take that leg up, pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then same to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. We're going to take our way down to our elbows now. Knees still underneath our hips. I'm going to come into some glute pumps. So on your elbows here, we're going to lift one leg up, and then your heel should be trying to press towards the ceiling, and then back down. Just like that. So we'll swap to either side, lifting up and lowering down. You can go as high as you can with this one, because your lower back's going to stop you from rotating. So exhale to lift up, inhale back down. Exhale, lift, inhale down. Your eyes should be gazing towards your hands. And now we're going to pulse for 5. So bringing that leg up, pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then swapping to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. We'll come into child's pose now. So bringing your knees apart, bringing your big toes together and sinking back down to your heels. Arms out in front of you and stretch in this position. So we'll be here for 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's now lean to one side, so bringing your weight towards your right side. Holding here for a breath. Back to the middle, then to the other side. Coming back up into that 4-point kneel position now. We're going to come into some swimming. So again, tummy on. We're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, straighten one arm and the opposite leg. And again. So your eyes should be looking in between your hands. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. So the trick with this one is to try and keep your tummy engaged the whole time. That will stop you from falling. And the slower you do this one, the more control you have and the harder it becomes. So you don't want to do it too fast. The slower the better. Do one more to each side. Good. I'm going to thread the needle from this position. So taking one arm, thread it through that other arm, bring your shoulder as far down as you can towards the mat. 2 breaths here. And then swapping to the other side. So thread your hand through that other one, and bringing your shoulder to the mat. Good. Come to our sides now. So if you have a pillow, you can pop that underneath your bottom arm, on top of your bottom arm, in between your head as a pillow. So we're going to bring our knees up to 90 degrees. So our knees are in line with our hips and our shins are parallel to the mat. From here, gently putting your tummy on. So bringing your tummy towards your spine, you're going to lift up this top leg. And then from here, flex your toes. And we're going to exhale, lower this one back. Draw it back as far as you can. And then bringing it back up high to match that other knee. So you don't want this leg hovering too high or too low. It should be just about 2 centimeters above from that knee. Gliding it back as far as you can. And inhale back up. Exhale to glide. Try and keep your hand on your hip. If you need to for extra balance, you can hold on to the mat for some support. You'll find you'll reach a point where your hip will stop. Otherwise it will fall back, so you want to keep your top hip rolled forward. Good. One more. And lowering that knee back down. Now we're going to bring our legs out straight now. To know that you're in a straight line, if you bring your toes towards your nose and then point them out, you shouldn't be able to see your toes at all. So with this one, you want to have a small gap in between the mat and your ribs. So if you pull this top leg down, like somebody's pulling your legs down towards them, you'll be able to create that small space between the mat. You're going to keep that there the whole time, and we're going to lift this top leg up and lower it back down. So keeping your tummy on and that gap in that position. You can rest your hand at the mat if you need to. We're going to point and raise our top leg, and then to lower down, flex it towards our nose and bring it back down. So again, point and lift, and then lower. So exhale to lift, then inhale it back down. Again, point and lift, and exhale, lower. You only want to go as high as you can without rotating your hips back or forward. You want to keep them in a straight line for this whole movement. So point and lift, exhale, lower. You will notice if you lift your leg up too high, you won't be able to keep the same position. You won't be able to keep that space in between your ribs and the mat. Two more. Point and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good job. Now we'll change to the other side. So we'll start off with those bicycle kicks again. So bringing your knees up so they're parallel with your hips, toes flexed up, and then we're going to hover that top leg up and take it back as far as you can, and then inhale back to meet the other leg. And again, you'll find that your body will stop at a position and won't be able to go any further. So exhale, take it back, inhale back up, and again. Do one more. And then lowering down. Now we take our legs out straight again. So again, pull that top leg down so you create that space in between your ribs and the mat. And to check if you're in a straight line, bring your toes up towards your nose, then point them down, and you'll know you're in a straight line if you can't see your toes. We're going to do the same thing again, so tummy on, pelvis nice and level. We're going to point and raise that top leg, then lower it down slowly. So point and raise, then lowering down. Point, flex, and lower. So we're going to exhale to lift up, inhale to bring that foot back down. Not here for too much longer. One more. And lowering down. Good. We'll come onto our backs now. I'll just do a quick hamstring stretch in this position. So lifting one leg up to the ceiling, holding behind that knee. And then we're going to exhale, point your toe, and then bring your toes towards your nose. So point and flex. Point and flex. When you flex, you'll feel a stretch in the back of your leg. If this is too much, you can bend your leg slightly. swapping to the other side. Straightening that leg, pointing, and exhale. So exhale to point, inhale to flex. Coming back down. So from here we'll go into some tummy work. So we're going to bring our legs to tabletop. So we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, lift one leg up, inhale, hold, and exhale, lift the other leg up. Your shins should be parallel to the mat and your knees stacked on top of your hips. You want to imagine that you have a grape in the small of your back, so you should have a small gap in this position, and the gap should be big enough that you're not going to squish the grape, but small enough that the grape's not going to roll away. So you just want to have firm pressure on that imaginary grape. So we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, point your toes, and then lower one leg down to the mat and bring it back up. So exhale to lower your toes down, inhale back up, keeping that neutral spine. Exhale, lower, inhale back up, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. So you should feel this in your lower abdominals. You feel them working and might get quite fatigued in this position. One more to each side. Beautiful. Then we're going to lower one leg, exhale it down. Inhale, then exhale the other leg down. Resting here. I'm going to bring our legs up to tabletop position again, and we'll come into some hundreds. So inhale, exhaling, lifting one leg up. Inhale, hold. Exhale the other leg up to tabletop. Now, from here, our arms are out, down, relaxed by our sides. And what we're going to do, we're going to lift up our chest from the ground. We're going to shoot our hands towards our feet, so pointing down, and we're going to inhale and flutter our arms. So inhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Then you can lower those legs one at a time and resting here. I'm going to do that one more time. Just catch your breath. Then exhale, lifting one leg up again. Inhale, hold. Exhale the other leg up. We'll come into those hundreds again, and then switching the way of our palms from inhale to exhale. So again, lifting up, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lowering down. So one leg at a time. And rest here. Come into a glute stretch from this position, so bringing one ankle over that knee and lifting that leg up, threading it through and bringing it towards your body. So you'll feel this one in this leg. Just feel that stretch at the back. A few breaths here. switch to the other side. That ankle over the knee, over that knee. Bring it up and pull it towards your body. And then uncross that ankle and lower down. Beautiful. We'll come over to our tummies now. So if you have a towel, you can place your forehead on that towel to rest. I'm going to come into some breaststroke prep. So bring your toes to touch each other so they're turned in. This will just switch off your lower body because we're going to focus on our upper body and our back. Head on that towel, arms relaxed by the side. And then we're going to inhale and exhale, just lift up and reach our fingers towards our feet. So pulling them down and squeezing our shoulders together. So we should be squeezing them up and down. And then lowering down. And again, exhale to lift those fingers and squeezing those shoulder blades together. And down. Exhale, lift, squeezing them together. Pointing those fingers to your toes. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. Relax here. Next stage of this one, we're going to lift up our head and our chest as well. So do the same thing as before, squeezing our shoulder blades together, except this time everything will come up off of the mat. So inhale to prepare, exhale, squeeze those shoulders together and bring those fingers down and back. Squeeze up and down. Again, exhale, lift. Inhale to come back down. Now your eyes should be facing down the whole time. You don't want to lift up your neck because that's going to change the position of your neck. And again, lifting up and down. Lifting up, squeeze and down. And again. One more. And lower down. Now we're going to bring our arms out in front of us. Our toes can go facing straight now. We're going to go into some Superman. So now lifting one arm and the opposite leg. So we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, lifting one arm and the opposite leg. Trying to point your toes and point those fingers forward. And swap to the other side. And lower down. So your gaze should be looking down at that mat with a towel. Exhale to lift up. Inhale back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Do one more to each side. And lowering down. Now from here we're going to go and do a couple with both of our arms lifting and both of our legs lifting. You're going to try and bring your thighs up to hover off of the floor as well as your upper body. So we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale, lifting up, and inhale, lower down. And again, exhale, lift up, inhale, down, exhale, lift, inhale, down. Remember to point your toes and your fingers out straight. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. One more. Good work. From here, we're going to do some kicking. So relax your hands on your forehead. You're going to lift up these legs to hover off the ground. So exhale, lifting and then fluttering these feet up and down. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We'll do that one more time. So exhale, lifting up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Lovely. Now we'll come on to a kneeling position. So your knees are on the mat, about hip width apart. I'm going to take one leg out straight in front of us. So this leg should be straight from our hip down. I'm going to place this hand on the side. So you're trying to make a straight line from your head to your toes. Move that out the way. And from here, we're going to exhale, lift that toe up from the ground and then bring it back down. So this one, you might feel it in this hip here. Not here for too long. So exhale, lifting up. Inhale, back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Good. Again, exhale, lift up. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. You want to try and make sure your hip bones are both facing the front. They're not twisting again. Now we're going to hover this leg off of the ground. I'm going to flutter it for 5. Ready? Lifting for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. Switch to the other side. Arm down to the ground, leg out in front. Hand on that hip. And we're going to exhale, lift that toe up and down. Up and down. Exhale to lift, inhale back down. Your tummy should be turned on, so pressing in towards your spine to help you stabilize in this exercise. Might feel a little bit shaky, that's okay. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Now I'm going to pulse again for 5. So pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Good. Okay. Come to the side of your mat again. Hands underneath your shoulders. Knees tucked under. We're going to go into a high plank. Holding here, making sure you're in a straight line from your head to your heels. Tummy on. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower down. Do that again for another 5 seconds. So your eyes should be looking in between your hands. And again, exhale, lifting up, making sure to breathe, holding here nice and still for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering down. We'll come back to this position and we'll go up into our inverted V. So exhale, lifting up to our plank, then shooting back to inverted V. Trying to bring your chest towards your thighs. Here for a couple breaths. Now from here we're going to take one hand and try to touch the opposite foot. So we're going to inhale to prepare, exhale lifting, tapping that foot, inhale back up. Exhale, tap that foot. Inhale back up. You want to try and keep your hips nice and high. If you need to bend these knees a little bit, that's okay. Or if you can't go all the way to that foot, go as far as you can. Do one more to each side. Okay. Now we'll walk our hands towards our feet now. You can bend these knees if you need to. Walking them up. And slowly rolling up into standing. Good. And now we'll finish with 3 deep breaths. So again, feet width apart. Inhaling up, arms over your head. Exhale, bend your knees and lower down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale,